What are they doing? Alright, can't hear you. Remember this? We were bitching about it. I blew a reverse light bulb. Bulb didn't even look bad, but then I dropped the screw in the rocks, but I found it last night and I'll post up that rant. Check out how good this thing's flashing now. And I'll put the lights on too, and it flashes good. Two things. I cleaned all the dielectric grease crap out of the socket. I'll show you. So I don't want to take it apart again. Hold on. So here's another board. And these things are just loaded with like that GM grease stuff. This one actually looks all burnt up. But yeah, it was all in there. Sometimes when you have too much of that crap or the heat, it just destroys it. It will bridge the contacts between the bulb. So we did all that. We tried that in reverse light too. The bulb looked fine, but it's shot. I checked it with a meter. 3156. You can put a dual filament bulb in there, but it's not as bright. I had it there temporarily until I found this one. But yeah, we did that. We cleaned that. We cleaned all the bulbs. We also seem to have a bad or loose connection because this thing's all walled out from the heat. It used to fit a lot tighter. That little tab. I should really get a whole connector. Maybe I can just swap the pins on these. Not sure. That's when you got to cut the whole pins off, put a new connector on, and then crimp all new pins on. But we can do that too. I'm not doing a ghetto freaking connectors. I don't do that. I have the tool now. So when we put our lights on, lights are on. It's seems to be blinking nice now. No hyper flash. I don't know. I hope it works. This thing's bright to look at. You look at that, you start seeing spots. Yeah. There's your old Chevy with no cam. You can put a LT4 cam in these. I didn't even know that. But it's like the borderline of it does it a little bit, but you know, these alternators, they suck on these things. The cable sucks. I think we're done playing. One more time with the brakes, see if it freaks out. Not really, nothing like that. So it was doing it, and I wiggled the harness where it plugs into the board, and it stopped it. But let's just do that and put it all back together. I'm just gonna leave it running, and then I'll check it again. Why? It usually does it when the key's on more than the key's off. The higher voltage chunk bulbs, all free. Found them all in cars, dumpster bulbs. $1 million of bulbs in there. Sort of multimeter we use. Got to buy that for school. See, this thing's running like shit again. It's gonna die. I don't know. Something's up with it. Probably people are putting the shit in my gas tank or something. It is. It's gonna like stall out. I don't know. Whatever, always something. It's surging again. I don't know. Put it back together before it breaks. Then again, the gas is like 10 months old on this thing, so TBIs do not like old gas. They really don't like old gas. Oh, this is the wrong board. That board has to go over there. Especially with all like the shitty roads and speed bumps around here, speed bump land. This can actually flex, this board. You see it when you press on it. So that's going to be moving that connector around too. So maybe that's why it's intermittent. The whole truck's flexing, this connector's moving. I don't know, this tab is not very strong anymore. I gotta see with the manual what this connector is. Maybe I'll get that and the pins. Yeah, it's the kind that goes from the back, so you gotta, yeah, you have to cut the wires and feed new stuff in. Damn. Alright, back again. If we have the hyper flash, I'll let you know. Hey, this alternator, it sounds terrible though. It's not the, you can hear it sometimes. It's not the bearings, it's the brushes. And it just makes terrible noise. If anyone rebuilt the CS130 alternator and upgraded it, let me know what kit you used. I kind of want to do it. I took it apart a little bit. It's trickier than our other GM alternator. They didn't make the CS130 to be rebuildable. Alright, it's cool. Water. Now we'll clean up. We'll get in trouble for brights work. Brights still work. Same. That's pretty good for what it is. We'll get in trouble. Idle's not crazy no more. Alright. That's all for that. The lights are fixed. For now. It's leaking? It's still leaking. Somewhere. Something dripping on the side. Oh, damn it. No, I see it now. If you can get that. Two hands. Right on the end. It's vibrating.